My name is Anthony Lucero. I'm the writer and director of the feature film, The Paperbag Plan. It's a story about a father who has cancer, and he trains his disabled son how to bag groceries so that he'll get his first job and eventually be self-sufficient in case the father passes away. My brother was physically and mentally disabled, severely mentally disabled. I tell people, my brother Eddie, the one thing he could do is when my mom would put a spoonful of food towards his mouth, he could open his mouth and swallow, and that was the extent of what Eddie could do. But so, yeah, he lived to about 47. The joy of my mom's life was my brother Eddie, and they watched TV together. She bathed him, fed him, talked to him all day, and she just loved him so much. So the seed of the film started from that. Also, my sister Margie, she passed away in 2018, but she had a daughter, Sarah. It's my niece. She has Angelman's syndrome, and Sarah is about 37 now. And Angelman's syndrome, she has a mental capacity of about a 1-year-old. Excuse me. So Sarah is now in the hands of my niece, my other niece, Krista, and her father. They now watch her. But that's where the story stems from. We had no outside investors, so myself and my wife paid for the big chunk of the film. And I did wardrobe, I was on the camera department. Aside from the directing was the last thing I did, because I was up at night steaming the wardrobe and cleaning it. And it was rough. It was a very rough, both technically and emotionally film. It was a rough film to shoot. We shot it over the course of 8 months. If we had the money, we could have shot it in a month and been done with it. But we had to shoot for 5 days, take some time off, figure out how we're going to find the money, or how we're going to shoot in a grocery store that we can't afford to shoot in. So let's look for a grocery store. So there's all these constraints that just made the film much longer to shoot. We had 2 nonprofits come out that are for people with disabilities to get their own jobs and live independently. So we have had some foundations come, they want to support the film, which is hugely important because I didn't know how the film was going to be received, both by just audience members and by organizations that support disabilities. So so far they love it and they want to support it, and so we hope to keep pushing. I love this festival. I love how it has a small town feel. I get to know the programmers and the directors and the other filmmakers, and we cross-pollinating and chatting, and it's really sweet. And Ojai Film Festival only curated 10 or 11 feature films, narrative feature films, and you're not lost in the sea of bigger festivals that have 100 feature films, and you don't get to see any of them, and you don't get to know the directors, and you just get lost in the sea. But Ojai is very sweet and beautiful, and you have the beautiful restaurant, and you get to see a film and then go outside and have a nice drink at the bar. There's plenty of wineries and breweries, and it's a perfect place to have a film festival. I think Bill Paxton would be proud of this film. I was very happy to receive it. It was a beautiful award too. So yeah, I'm very honored. I love Bill Paxton. Loved him in True Lies, which was probably one of my favorite, and Weird Science. I can't believe that's one of my favorite films of all time, was Weird Science, where he plays Chet.
Mine too.
Is it? That was it was on, the VHS was on just constant play when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Love that film. Quoted it, so it's just, yeah. Anyway, so I'm very honored to receive the Bill Paxton Award.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Great.
Thank you.